Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It is time for CBC football on the Cadet Student Network. My name's Randy Molman, and the CBC Cadets playing their first conference game of the season in the shadow of the Science Center on the campus of St. Louis University. A beautiful night for football as you see the wind blowing. For your perspective, it's blowing into us on the home team sideline, so it'll be blowing from west to east. As you can see, the wind has really picked up here at St. Louis University High. The Junior Bills come in with a record of 2-0. They're ranked 9th in the state. The Cadets 1-1, ranked 2nd. Last year's record, of course, the Cadets 13-1, on their way to a second straight state title, looking for a third. And the Junior Bills were actually 3-7 last year. The Cadets averaging 43 a game, St. Louis U High averaging 40 a game. The story for the Junior Bills so far has been their defense. Their defense has allowed 202 pass yards versus St. Mary's and 188 total yards against Timberland. That Junior Billiken defense has been stout early on as they come in to face the Cadets. For CBC, they're looking for their third straight state title. The last time any team in Missouri has won 3 straight state titles, you've got to go back to Webb City, who won 5 in a row in the state of Missouri from 2010 to 2014. Speaking of winning 5 in a row, that was the opponent CBC faced last week. Bryant High School in Arkansas, 7A state champs for 5 straight years. And the Cadets dropped that one 45-31, gave up about 600 yards of total offense. Several Division I recruits for Bryant, and they are a powerhouse in Arkansas. In the highest class there, it's 7A, as Bryant went on to a 45-31 win. The Cadets, in order to get on the board and stay ahead and pull out a victory here tonight, they're going to have to limit the penalties. A lot of penalties last week against Bryant, as well as a couple of turnovers. The Cadets did win their first game when they traveled to Carmel High School in Indiana and beat Carmel 55-28 to start the season. And so the Cadets offense has already scored 86 points over 2 games, but the defense has allowed 73 points, and that is not customary. What it does speak to is CBC. You don't talk rebuild here at CBC, you talk retool, and the Cadets have just 5 starters returning on last year's state championship defense and only 4 on the offensive side. However, 2 of the key players that return are the wide receivers. That's Corey Sims and Jeremiah McClellan. Between them, they've caught 32 balls, 5 touchdowns, and over 450 yards receiving. Corey Sims actually leads the Cadets with 18 catches, 286 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The quarterback, Cole McKee, has completed 64% of his passes, 382 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 picks this year for Cole McKee. And so the Cadets are going to look to get that offense going and then whatever they can on defense to limit the damage. They've played 2 very high-powered offenses in Carmel, Indiana, and Bryant, Arkansas. And they'll play a St. Louis U High team who has won 2 straight. A 38-21 win over St. Mary's, and then a 42-7 win over Timberland. So we talked about the Junior Bills defense, but that offense has been humming too. And, of course, you know the name. The 5-star recruit here in the St. Louis area, Ryan Wingo. St. Louis U High getting set to kick off. Wingo, so far this season, 13 catches, 18.4 yards per catch, 239 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. He also has a punt return for a touchdown this year. And so we are set for action. The Junior Bills will kick off.
Back deep for the Bills, number 1, Ryan Wingo, and number 7, Jacoby Oliphant.
That is a line drive kick through the end zone, and Ryan Wingo will not return. That was actually Jacoby Oliphant deep. And so Kasich drills it through the end zone. And so the Junior Bills will start 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Junior Bills in their dark blue, royal blue jerseys with the white numbering and pants. The CBC Cadets in their white uniforms with the purple and gold trim, gold pants, purple numbering, the white helmet, CBC on one side, the number of the player on the other side of that helmet. To the line of scrimmage for St. Louis U High, it is the quarterback, Marco Sansone, and he's out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and hit immediately, maybe 2 yards on the play. Running back, the sophomore, Kalon Grace, the 5'10 sophomore.
21, Kalon Grace, the ball carrier.
And he picks up a yard, 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1 yard, the ball is
Sansone this year has completed 75% of his passes, 458 yards. That's good for 6th in the area. 6 touchdowns and an interception. Sansone looks down at his wrist for the play. Takes the snap. Now 2-step drop, looks left, now right. Ryan Wingo with the catch, avoids one tackler, and he drags another tackler for a couple. But the Cadets swarm on defense. Number 24 in on the stop, Nathan Carboni, the senior linebacker, 6'2", 220. So it'll be 3rd and 7 here for St. Louis U High in their first drive, going left to right here in St. Louis. Beautiful campus of St. Louis U High. Carboni, empty backfield, 3 wide receivers split to the near side, 2 wide receivers split high. Carboni, shotgun snap, 3-step drop, looks down the field, pumps down the middle, it's caught! Number 88 with the catch, that is Landon Pace, the junior tight end, down the middle of the field, tackled by Zackees Smith. But a penalty flag and a hold on the Junior Bills, and they'll bring it back. What a nice play, Sansone lifted just above the CBC defender, right in between the linebacker and the safety. A really nice pass, but a holding brings it back. So they'll mark it off. All the way back to the 13-yard line. They need to get to the 30. Third down and 17 for St. Louis U High. Sansone, the last of the seven Sansone brothers to play football here at St. Louis U High. Tailback offset to his right. 4 wide receivers split evenly on either side. Sansone steps back, fires deep down the right side. He's got a man open. It's caught at midfield into CBC territory. Down to the 35-yard line. It was Joseph Harris who beat the defender, Austin Tillman, down the right side on 3rd and 17. And that's a first down for St. Louis U High. And he hit him right in stride.
Gain of 51 yards on the play. A first down for the Bills, 1st and 10 at the CBC 36-yard line.
So it'll be spotted at the 36. Sansone last year, 51% completion rate, 2,245 yards, 22 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Shotgun snap, empty backfield. Looks right now, he's going to scramble left. Looking downfield as he runs. He's going to pull up and fire deep down the left side. And it is intercepted by the Cadets at the 2-yard line. CBC with the interception. Sansone let that hang up. That was number 8, Zackees Smith. And the Cadets will get the ball at their own 2. That receiver was covered deep. Number 21 was back there for the Cadets. That was Lance Walker, the linebacker, covering the receiver, and then Smith just came over and made the pick for the Cadets.
The Cadets will start 1st and 10 at the 3-yard line.
So on their own 3, that's where the Cadets will take over. McKee out of the shotgun, 2 running backs. He's going to fire near side. It is caught across the 5, across the 10, and across near the 20-yard line. Quick pass near side for Sims, who leads the team in receptions. McKee, 64% completions, 382 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions so far this year. That's the 19th catch of the year for 15 yards for Sims. Near side, up near the 25-yard line, tackled on the play by number 61, Archie Carruthers. Courtney Rivers, the ball carrier. A new host of tailbacks for CBC this year. So you know, Jeremiah Love is gone. Ralph Dixon is gone. As is Dylan Van, all graduated. Up the middle, powering his way across the 30, bounced off a tackler and gets out to the 36. Check it to 34.
Number 34, A.J. Johnson with the catch.
A.J. Johnson, the ball carrier. Johnson, 5'9", 200. He's a load. Between him and Courtney Rivers, different styles. Here's Johnson again, barreling his way up to the 39-yard line. The Cadets started this drive after an interception at their own 2.
Number 34, A.J. Johnson with the carry.
So Johnson will come out of the game now. Courtney Rivers checks back in.
The ball at the 39-yard line.
Trip split right side. McKee out of the gun. Ball spotted at the 39, 2nd and 5. Fires near side, it's caught. That's McClellan. He beats a tackler, and he's going to race to the end zone. McClellan inside the 10, touchdown CBC. No flags, Jeremiah McClellan, 65 yards, and the Cadets are on the board, completing a 98-yard drive.
Completion number 3, Jeremiah McClellan.
McClellan made the catch, spin to the sideline, avoided the tackler, and was off to the races. The Ohio State commit scores for CBC.
Attempting the extra point, number 91.
Simon Kasich will attempt the extra point for the Cadets. Jude Pingle holding. Snap back, ball down. Kick is up, and it is good. The CBC Cadets, they get an interception on a deep throw into the corner, and then drive 98 yards, and here's the touchdown. McClellan with the stiff arm, and then he's off to the races. 65 yards for the senior, Jeremiah McClellan, the 4-star recruit headed to Ohio State. He's verbally committed there. And so the Cadets jump out to a 7-0 lead. Kasich will kick off, 7:58 to go. We're live at St. Louis University High School right here in the city off Oakland Avenue. Beautiful campus here at St. Louis University High. Soccer field off to the north. Got the tennis courts kind of northwest from here, but all embedded here in St. Louis City, right on the outskirts of Forest Park. Just a beautiful setting for high school football. Wingo back deep and Oliphant for St. Louis U High. Kasich, another line drive kick, and that will fly all the way down to the 1. Wingo crosses the plane, and St. Louis U High will start at the 20. Wingo does have a punt return for a touchdown this year. He's dangerous anytime he has the ball in his hands. He's been playing both ways this season, starting at corner and wide receiver. He also handles the kickoff and punt return duties. Still hasn't committed as of yet, being recruited by pretty much any Power 5 program that needs a 5-star recruit, which is everybody. So the Cadets will have to be mindful of where Ryan Wingo lines up. Sansone out of the gun. Wingo in motion. He's going to pitch it back to Wingo, who's going to reverse his field and go back the other way, looking for room. and he is hemmed in inside the 20. He's going to lose yardage. The Cadet defense swarmed him over on the far side. Led over there by number 5, Santino Hendricks.
By number 23, Jacob Grunwald.
In on the stop, number 23, Grunwald as well for CBC. Loss of 2.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. The ball at the 19-yard line. Second down, 11.
Ball is spotted at the 18-yard line, despite what you see on the scoreboard there. So it's 2nd and 12, 7:21 to go, first quarter. Sansone hands it off, up the middle on the draw play. Near side, cuts it upfield, outside the 25 to the 26. Nice run there by number 21, Kalon Grace.
Number 21,
Grace crosses the 25 to the 26. That'll make it 3rd and 4. That's manageable here for the Junior Bills. Sansone's looked good early. The exception of that interception, which was ill-advised. He threw it on the run across his body. Trips to the left, handoff again, and hemmed in after a gain of maybe 2 by that CBC defense. In on the stop, Sean Carbons, the junior defensive lineman for the Cadets. It'll be 4th down and 2.
Tackled by number 97, Tristan Abram.
Wingo's going to line up in punt formation now. You better watch this. The Cadets pull this as well with Jeremiah McClellan. They'll line them up, and then if they see something they like, Wingo may just take off. It's 4th and short. We'll see if he's going to punt. The Cadets don't even have anyone deep. They're going to watch to make sure Wingo doesn't take off with it. He punts it. It's a line drive kick, and it'll roll. Take a St. Louis U high roll all the way down inside the 20, and it'll be down to around the 18-yard line. The Junior Bills are looking for their first 3-0 start since 2015. They finished 8-3 that season.
CBC will start 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
The Cadets have beaten St. Louis U High 21 straight times. It has been a while since St. Louis U High has beaten CBC. On defense, last year's leading tackler is back for the Junior Bills, Keaton Harris. He had 95 tackles, 8 for loss. McNutt, Oliphant, Taylor all back. They did lose their number 2 tackler and their number 4 tackler from last year's team. Dylan Ramella had 93 tackles, 2nd on the team, 12 for loss. He had 3 sacks, 3 fumble recoveries, and 2 interceptions. And Lewis Kurtz was the number 4 leading tackler on the Junior Bills. And there's the CBC student section. They whited out for this game. All the white shirts here for the Cadets. This student body will travel to anywhere, and they will elevate the crowd noise for sure. In their white shirts here today, a whiteout at St. Louis U High for the CBC student section. The Cadets, as mentioned before on that first drive, return only 4 starters on offense. One of them is Bryce Parson, the offensive tackle who has started every game since he was a freshman. This would be the only player in the Scott Pingle era that has started every game for 4 years. Parson committed to Ohio University to play football in the MAC. The Cadets have it 1st and 10. At their own 18, they already lead 7-0, 5:56 to go, first quarter. McKee out of the gun. In motion, Sims. Jet sweep. Sims cuts it upfield. Down the sideline. He's finally run out of bounds. He picked up a good chunk of yardage.
Sims with the carry. Those tackled by number 11, Kendall McNutt.
Kendall McNutt, the tackler for St. Louis U High, the linebacker.
Gain of 8.
2nd and 2.
6-yard line. 2nd down.
8-yard pickup for Sims. Sims has emerged with Jeremiah McClellan. There can't be two better receiving combo, receiver combo in the area than Sims and McClellan. That's a first down run, but a penalty flag behind the play. That usually means a hold, and it is. Holding on CBC. Cadets committed a lot of penalties against Bryant, Arkansas. That really put them behind the 8 ball in that game. Also a couple of turnovers. They had cut the lead and were within a 10-point spread after being down much of the game by double digits. And then a turnover in the 4th quarter led to the final touchdown. The Cadet defense gave up a lot of big chunk plays. We've already seen one big chunk play for St. Louis U High. Actually 2. One of them was called back for a hold. Shotgun snap and a handoff up the middle. Cuts it upfield. Nice run there, number 22, Courtney Rivers, the sophomore.
Number 22, Courtney Rivers with the carry.
He's going to get a first down for the Cadets.
Tackled by number 19, Will Schulte.
At the 29.
Gain of 11 yards. First
In motion, Jaquise Williams. He sets up in the slot. McKee drops back, looks, he fires right side, caught, and tackled immediately on the play by Kendall McNutt. Good open field tackle on the far side on Rivers. They lost yardage on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 17. Check it, 13. 2nd and 13 for the Cadets. Trips to the left. Bryce Parson, the big left tackle. Just talked about him moments ago. He'll go on to play college football on Saturdays next fall. Up the middle, another run by Rivers, and he'll pick up about 12. Tackled there by Jacoby Oliphant. Rivers gashes the defense for 12 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1.
A gain of 12. The ball at the Cadets 38-yard line. 3rd down, 1.
3:50 to go, 1st quarter. Again, trips to the left. McKee hands it off up the middle, rumbling across for the first down. Close to the 44. That's A.J. Johnson, the big junior. Cadets are really trying to establish the run game here today. Johnson and Rivers, differing styles. Whistle's blown, and we're going to have a timeout called by St. Louis U High.
The Junior Bills take their first timeout of the half.
So far this year, Johnson averaging 6 yards a carry. 16 carries, 96 yards. Rivers averaging 4.9 a carry. 19 carries for 94 yards. And then Alex Morris also gets in the mix. 15 carries for 88 yards so far this year. That's 5.9 a carry. But the Cadets, because they fell behind early against Bryant, they weren't really able to establish a running game in that game and had to throw to try to get back into it. But they have established the run so far here today. Johnson slamming between the tackles and Rivers dashing and slashing outside the hash marks. What a good 1-2 punch there. And especially, as I said, just different styles of running between the two. 7-0 Cadets, 3:39 to go, 1st quarter. CBC ball, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Pistol formation. McKee takes the snap and hands it off up the middle. Bouncing outside, cutting it upfield, across midfield. He may go! Spins away from a tackler inside the 10 and finally run down inside the 5. That was Alex Morris. I had just said we hadn't seen him yet. And he just breaks one off all the way down inside the 5. He was run down by Matthew Moore. And the Cadets have it, 1st and goal inside the 5.
1st and goal from the Bills' 3-yard line.
McClellan now lines up at quarterback. McClellan takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to cut it upfield and bulldoze his way in. Touchdown, CBC. A 3-yard run by Jeremiah McClellan. And the Cadets are up 13-0, pending the extra point here by Kasich.
Attempting the extra point, number 91, Simon Kasich.
Kasich out of the hold of Jude Pingle, the son of head coach Scott Pingle. Snapback, ball is down, kick is up, it is good. CBC leads 14-0, first quarter. And here's the touchdown. No, here's the long run first by Morris. Look at him break it. The junior showing a flash of speed, avoiding a tackler, but how about number 3 chasing him down, Matthew Moore? But that set up the touchdown for Jeremiah McClellan, who took it in. He took the snap from the quarterback position with flanked by 2 tailbacks. So the Cadets, 14. St. Louis U High, nothing, 3:20 to go, first quarter. CBC looking to win for the 22nd straight time over St. Louis U High. Wingo will go deep. Jacoby Oliphant also deep, number 7. Wingo wears number 1. So far, Kasich has done a good job. 2 touchbacks on the kickoffs. You kick it deep to Ryan Wingo, and you better hold your breath. Kasich set to kick.
Kicking off for the Cadets, Simon Kasich.
He drives into it. It's a little pooch kick this time, and a fair catch far side, called for by Nathan Gunn. Number 9, the wide receiver, listed as a wide receiver and safety. So again, the Cadets keeping that ball away from superstar Ryan Wingo.
The Bills start 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 26 for the Junior Bills, looking to get going offensively. They had something working on the first drive before the interception at the CBC 2-yard line, and then went 3 and out on the next possession. Swing pass batted down by number 97, Tristan Abram. He read it from the start. Sansone tried to swing it to his tailback, but Abram had other ideas, jumped in front with the big left hand and knocked it down, the 6'4 junior.
2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. Two pretty rough games defensively for the Cadets, playing 2 powerhouses out of Indiana and Arkansas the first 2 weeks. They're looking to reestablish that defense here today. Sansone now, nobody open. He's going to roll right. There's a flag on the play. Sansone looking, fires down the field. It's caught at the 45, diving to the 47. That's Joseph Harris behind the defense, but a flag on the play, and again, that usually means a hold. It is, and the Junior Bills will get backed up. 3:06 to go, first quarter. Cadets 14, Junior Bills nothing. CBC, the second-rated team in the St. Louis metro area behind East St. Louis, who they're poised to make another run at a state title as well. What an impressive opponent CBC had last week, Bryant High School in Arkansas. Wow, 5 straight 7A state titles. Sansone steps up, fires down the field, looking for Harris. It's broken up there. Vion Cothrane jumped in. Cothrane broke it up, and it'll be 3rd down now and 20.
3rd down 20.
Good throw. He wanted his receiver to go up and get it. Harris went up, but Cothrane was there. 3rd and 20 for Sansone and the Junior Bills. Wingo split near side. He'll be covered on the play by number 8, Zaquise Smith. He's got the assignment. Empty backfield. Sansone steps up. Here comes the pressure, and he gets rid of it. The ball is loose, picked up by the Cadets. They're going to run it in for a touchdown. I thought he got rid of it, but they're going to say it's a fumble. Scooped up by Jeremiah McClellan. The officials say it's a fumble, and the Cadets walk in with a fumble recovery for 6. Pressure from the CBC defensive line forced Sansone out of the pocket. It squirted out of his hand onto the carpet. McClellan picked it up and raced home for 6. The officials now talking it over on the far side, so they're going to maybe take this off the board. They might say it's an incomplete pass. Let's see. Look, if the officials are going to get together and talk it over, that's what they should do. The one official who called for the touchdown did not see the fumble, but the side judge over there had a great view of it. So let's see what happens here. They're going to say incomplete pass. Let's check out the replay here and see if we can see. Pressure came in. Yeah, he tried to scoop it to a receiver with the left hand. So that's the right call, and a good job by the officials getting together to make sure that they got that call right. So Wingo's in punt formation on 4th and 15. Wasn't it 3rd and 20? There's the punt. Ball bounces and is downed inside the 45. It said 4th and 20 on the scoreboard, but the way where they spotted that ball was 4th and 15. 29-yard punt by Wingo down at the 45-yard line, just inside the 45, and CBC will have their 3rd offensive possession of the evening. They already have scored 2 touchdowns. They lead 14-0. Jeremiah McClellan has scored both touchdowns. One on a 65-yard reception, the other on a 3-yard run after a long run by Alex Morris. That put him inside the 5. Into the game now at quarterback, it's Jason Wiley for CBC. Fakes it, fires it far side. It's caught over there across the line of scrimmage for a couple. Corey Sims made the catch. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Number 9, Jason Wiley's pass is complete.
Wiley, the junior quarterback, stands 6'1". Coach Pingle had said this year Wiley will certainly get some playing time throughout the season with Cole McKee, excuse me. 2 minutes to go. Handoff there here in the first quarter, up the middle and driving all the way for about 6 is Courtney Rivers, far side, outside the right hash. And it'll be 3rd down and a long 1 for CBC. They're going to say 2, 3rd and 2. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Wiley again to Rivers. He's tackled from behind. I don't think he got there. I assume CBC will go for it here. Jumping in behind the play was McNutt.
Number 22, Courtney Rivers with the carry.
And A.J. Johnson will check in.
A gain of 1 yard. The ball at the Bills' 46-yard
And
line.
either Johnson's going to block or he's going to get the ball here. No, Jeremiah McClellan in the backfield in a sort of modified Wildcat. He's got a tailback to his left. He's going to keep it himself. McClellan picks his way across the line of scrimmage. He'll have a 1st down. Inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
Number 3, Jeremiah McClellan with the carry.
1st and 10 for CBC at the 43. 1:03 to go, first quarter. Pistol formation here for Wiley. 2 receiver split far side. Johnson offset tight end. Wiley rolls, now fires. He's got a man open. It is caught. Diving catch by number 87, Jackson Cole, the junior tight end. On the near side, makes a spectacular grab at the 25. First down, Cadets.
First and 10 for the Cadets at the Bills' 25-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 25. Wiley out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Nope, not yet. Looks over to the sideline. In the backfield, Courtney Rivers. Johnson split off. Behind the tight end, right side of the formation. Quick pass near side. Sims works off the block. That's a good block by Jeremiah McClellan as he shoves his man out of bounds, but a penalty flag is thrown. He might have had his hands up around his face mask there. Let's see what they say. Bryce Parson back to congratulate McClellan on the block. Parson walking over there with a little swagger. He's got some swagger, doesn't he? 6'4", 285. So they're going to say personal foul called against the Cadets. So McClellan may have had him up around the face mask on the block.
A 3-yard gain on the pass completion, and then after the play was over, a dead ball personal foul penalty against CBC.
So they'll mark off this personal foul. That'll be a 15-yarder. Big crowd on hand for CBC St. Louis U High. I caught wind when I walked in. This is a sellout. Standing room only around the end zones and the track on both sides.
15-yard penalty. Moves the ball back to the 37.
Right now, they're watching a dominating first quarter for the Cadets. They lead 14-0. And so now it'll be second down. They've got to get all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Second down and 22 yards.
They're at the 37, so second and 22. Wiley quickly fires far side. It's caught. Picking his way up the field, finally thrown down inside the 30. Tackle there by number 3, Matthew Moore. Jaquise Williams made the catch for the Cadets. Picked up a few back, so it's 3rd and 14 for CBC. And that's going to end the first quarter. Well, the Cadets, 2 full drives in that first quarter, and they scored 2 touchdowns. A 65-yard touchdown completion, McKee to McClellan, and then a 3-yard McClellan run after a huge long run by Alex Morris set him up inside the 5. And McClellan punched it in, and now the Cadets, this is their 3rd drive of the game, and it'll bleed into the second quarter. As we're about ready to begin the second quarter, the Cadets will have it, and it's 3rd and 14 when they get the ball. They'll be going left to right when we begin this third quarter. St. Louis U High has had to punt twice and has thrown an interception down at the CBC 2. That first drive and that 65-yard touchdown to McClellan. The drive started at their own 2-yard line, a 98-yard drive for the Cadets. And they've pretty much been able to do whatever they want to do on offense. We knew coming in that this St. Louis U High defense was going to be better this year. The Junior Bills gave up just 7 points to Timberland last week, 188 total yards in a 42-7 romp. So the Cadets knew they had their work cut out for them today. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. 3rd and 14 as we begin the second quarter. Jason Wiley is in the game at quarterback for CBC. Pingle split wide right. Deep slot, Corey Sims to the right as well. Jaquise Williams in the slot left, and McClellan one-on-one far side. He'll be covered on the play by Jackson Bennett, and they're going to press. On 3rd and 14, Wiley calls for Sims to come in motion. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, steps up, and he's hit! Picked up by by the offensive lineman. CBC, that was number 56, Warren Hardy, who picked it up and rumbled for about 2 yards. But Wiley was hammered on that play. Number 7 came in on the blitz, Jacoby Oliphant. He forced the fumble. Big time hit there by Oliphant. Number 61, Carruthers, made the tackle on the offensive lineman, Warren Hardy. And now we've got a player down, and it's a CBC player. I wonder if it's Hardy after he got tackled after picking up the ball. That's one of those things. Those offensive linemen, they love a chance to pick up the ball and start rumbling with it. Hardy saw that bounce right into his breadbasket and took off running. He seems to be all right. So here's the hit again. Oliphant comes clean on the blitz on the near side. Running back didn't see him. And then that's where Hardy picked it up, started rumbling up the field. So 4th and 14. The Cadets are kind of in no man's land here. A punt from the 29-yard line only pins, it's only, you're looking at a 20-something yard punt, and it's too long for a field goal. So the Cadets are deep enough that they're going to go for it here on 4th and 14.
No gain on the last play. The ball spotted at the 29-yard line.
What's great is Warren Hardy will go into the stat sheet with 1 carry, no yards in his career. Wiley takes the snap, sets up, looks. Now pocket breaks down. He rolls left. Now he's going to take off running. Inside the 20. They will not get the first down. St. Louis U High holds. Turnover on downs for the Junior Bills. Wiley had time initially, but the receivers were covered. And so when the pocket started to break down, Wiley tried to make something happen with his legs. He picked up 9, but not enough. And so it's turnover on downs, and it's Junior Bills football at the 20. So again, even if you punt from there and the ball happens to go into the end zone, they're going to get it on the 20 anyway. So a good idea to try to make something happen. Marco Sansone. Shotgun snap, trips to the left. Looks left. Now he's going to roll. He's looking. He's going to keep it himself. He tucks it and runs across the 25. And then he slides down. He's hit there by number 24, Nathan Carboni.
Number 4, Marco Sansone.
So Sansone, the ball carrier, and now another CBC player is down. He seems to be all right. That's number 97 who is chasing on the play, Tristan Abram. He's going to have to come out of the game. Sean Carbon's in for Abram, and so Abram's going to take a play off here. So he laid down on the field for several seconds. 9-yard gain for Sansone. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd down and 1.
Junior Bills beat a good St. Mary's team in week 1. Double coverage near side on Wingo. Sansone, shotgun snap. He's going to fire to the back on the far side. Cuts it upfield across the 30. First down, Junior Bills across the 35 to the 36. That was number 21, Kalon Grace. That's the first down for the Junior Bills since their opening drive.
Gain of 7 yards, a
first down and 10.
First and 10 at the
Ball spotted at the 37. Wingo's going to get pressed near side. Single coverage. I'm sure that safety will drift over. He's looking for Wingo. Fires near side, and they're fighting forward, and Wingo makes the catch. Great coverage on the play by Dorian Dubose, but Ryan Wingo, the 5-star recruit, makes the catch. 6'2", 205. It was really good coverage over on the near side. They were hand fighting the whole way, and Wingo just won the battle. 1st and 10 at the CBC 38. Sansone hands it off, but in the backfield it's disrupted. He slips the tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, may have picked up one. Ultimately, number 21, Lance Walker, and number 17, Anthony Moore, in on the stop for the Cadets, gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Nice slip there by Kalon Grace. He was dead to rights in the backfield. 2nd and 8, ball spotted at the 36. Sansone fires over the middle, it's caught. Inside the 30, rumbling and lowers his shoulder to deliver a hit is the tight end, Landon Pace. And he was looking for contact there, and he delivered it on Zakeith Smith. Now playing with tempo, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Junior Bills trips to the left. Wingo, false start. Wingo left early on the near side before the snap. So that'll be a false start penalty called against St. Louis U High. They'll mark it off 5 yards.
False start penalty against the Bills. 5-yard penalty.
Number 8, Keenan Harris checks in. Harris, a safety and a wide receiver. So it'll be 1st and 15 after the penalty. Ball back at the 26. Junior Bills driving. This is the deepest they've been so far in CBC territory. They did throw an interception at the Cadet 2, but that was a long throw from beyond the 30-yard line by Sansone. Fires it far side, looking for the tight end, and we've got a penalty flag.
Marco Sansone's pass intended for Landon Pace, incomplete. Penalty marker on the play.
Landon Pace with a quick out, but the ball was a little too high for him.
Preliminary indication holding against the Bills.
Looks like another penalty call against the Junior Bills, and another 10 yards will be assessed. So the Junior Bills got all the way down to the 32. Correction, the 22. And now it's all the way back to the 36-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 25. 9:14 to go, second quarter. 14-0 CBC. Grace in the backfield with Sansone. Wingo coming in motion for St. Louis U High. Sansone, deep drop. Now pumps. Now he's going to scramble. Up the field, he's brought down. A one-handed tackle by number 21, Lance Walker, the linebacker. Sansone picked up a few. Inside the 35 to the 34. So a gain of 2, 2nd and 23.
Second down, 23.
Cadets putting some good pressure on Sansone here this evening. Trips to the right for Sansone. Takes the shotgun snap, fires over the middle, caught by the tight end. No, it's incomplete. Getting his hand in there and breaking it up was the linebacker for the Cadets. Number 17 for CBC, Anthony Moore. Ball was thrown right at the numbers. Good throw by Sansone, but a better play by Moore.
From the 34-yard line.
So 3rd and 23. The CBC student section now making some noise in their white shirts. Whiteout student section for the Cadets here at St. Louis U High. Sansone, deep drop, blitz coming. He dumps it off to the running back, but right there is Dorian Dubose, who read it perfectly. They're looking to run a screen to Grace. And it's 4th down, and they'll go for it here. Same situation the Cadets were in earlier. They are close enough that a punt really just pins them just a few yards deep. If it goes into the end zone, they'll just spot it at the 20. The ball's at the 34. And too long for a field goal. So you might as well go for it here. 4th and 23. Empty backfield for Sansone. The senior quarterback. And the Cadets jump offside. The defensive end on the far side over there jumped. Tried to jump the snap count. And I think that's Anthony Moore.
Penalty advances the ball to the 29-yard line, where it is 4th and 8.
No, that was 97 Tristan Abram who jumped the snap count. So now it'll be 4th and 18 at the 29. Empty backfield. Sansone steps up, deep drop, looking, no one open. He's going to roll left. Now he's looking, fires down the middle of the field. It's intercepted. Corey Sims with the pick for the Cadets, and he's got blockers. Far side across the 30. Finally ripped down at the 38-yard line, and Sansone threw it into triple coverage. Corey Sims was just waiting for it. And the Cadets take over at the 38. So that's now 2 interceptions inside the 10-yard line for the Cadets.
The 20-yard interception return will give CBC 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Cadets defense coming up big. 2 picks inside the 10-yard line in this game. And both interceptions came after pressure from the defensive line, forced Sansone out of the pocket, and he tried to force 2 throws, and both of them were intercepted. So CBC, this quick water break here with 7:22 to go until halftime. They'll take over at the 38-yard line. CBC 1-1. Went on the road, and when I say on the road, I mean on the road to Indiana. Beat Carmel High School 55-28, and then went on the road again to Bryant, Arkansas. It's about a 6-hour drive one way, and they played the 5 straight time defending champs in 7A, the highest level of high school football in Arkansas. They've won 5 straight, and they beat CBC 45-31. A.J. Johnson comes in motion, now sets up behind the tight end. Handoff there up the middle, a lot of room for Rivers. Far side, inside the 40, inside the 30. He's gone 62 yards for Courtney Rivers. Off of the interception. And Courtney Rivers makes the Junior Bills pay. I mean, he wasn't touched. Huge hole on the left side of that offensive line, and Rivers took it to the house. The Cadets lead 20-0, and Kasich will come on for the extra point. Alex Morris had a long run that set up a 3-yard touchdown. McClellan had a 65-yard touchdown catch. And now the extra point is good, and now Courtney Rivers breaks one off for 62. And the Cadet offense is flying here today. Here's the play again. Right up the gut on the delay, and Courtney Rivers does the rest. What a great job of that offensive line, clearing space. You could have driven a Mack truck through that hole. 21-0 Cadets, 7:13 to go. First half. CBC's first game this year in the St. Louis area. Both games on the road, out of state. After this game, the Cadets get Chaminade at home next week, then DeSmet at home on September 22nd, before traveling to Lipscomb, Tennessee, to play a road game on September 29th in Lipscomb. Lipscomb High School. They finished the year, the regular season anyway, with Vianney at home on October 6th, and then back on the road to Indiana on October 13th to take on Warren Central. The Cadets no scheduling here in the St. Louis area outside of the MCC, so they're going to take their show on the road and play some of the elite programs out of state to get them ready for another run at the state title. Again, the Cadets looking for 3 in a row this year. It'll be the first time in the state of Missouri. Kasich, a little pooch kick near side. It is caught there at the 26. Cutting it up across the 30. That's number 9 who returned it, Nathan Gunn. But CBC, good coverage on the play. Number 12, Javante Kyles with the tackle. Wrapped him up at the 33-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it at the 34. So now the Junior Bills will try to put another drive together. 7:07 to go until halftime. They trail 21-0. Speaking of 21, CBC has beaten St. Louis U High 21 straight times. Sansone out of the gun. Wingo in motion, sets up, looks left, rolls left. And now he's going to tuck it and get out of bounds. Late hit on the play by number 97, Tristan Abram. He hit him well out of bounds. So that's going to be a personal foul on the Cadets. Sansone was ducking out of bounds. That was not necessary. The officials threw the flag immediately. I think. Yeah, oh yeah, here we go. Yep, personal foul on CBC. They'll mark that 15 yards after the end of the run.
Dead ball personal foul penalty against CBC after the play was over. The 15-yard penalty moves the ball to the Cadets' 46-yard line.
Definitely a late hit. So the Junior Bills will have it 1st and 10 at the CBC 46. This is the 3rd time they've gotten into CBC territory, and they have nothing to show for it. Trips to the right for Sansone. Shotgun snap. Hands it off up the middle. And that's Grace. He's got a lot of room. He busts it all the way down inside the 30 to the 29. And a good run by the sophomore, Kalon Grace. Junior Bills want tempo here. They get to the line of scrimmage quickly. Sansone takes the snap. Hands it again to Grace. He's bottled up. Now he bounces it outside. Cuts it upfield. That's a nice run. He was bottled up right at the line of scrimmage, but he found some space over on the far side. And so Kalon Grace, who had just 7 carries coming in this year to this game for 31 yards, and he's been the feature back for the Junior Bills today. Low snap. Sansone digs it out, now fires. Rainbow's far side, incomplete. Over the head of number 14, Zach Allen. Nicholas McClellan in coverage.
3rd down 7 at the 26-yard line.
So now 3rd and 7. Sansone will come over, and he wants to talk it over. And play clock down to 20. He gets the play, and he runs back in to deliver it to his huddle. 6:15 to go, 6:16 to go. First half, CBC 21, St. Louis U High nothing. Junior Bills have driven. This is their 3rd time in CBC territory. They've thrown 2 interceptions inside the Cadet 10. There's a middle screen to the tight end, and he bowls his way for a 1st down. Landon Pace, he's been impressive here today. The big tight end catch and then rumbled for a 1st down. So the Junior Bills are in the red zone.
At the Cadet
at the CBC 18. Sansone out of the gun, hands it off, and he's hitting the backfield. Number 17, Anthony Moore, was there.
Number 22, John
And number
tackled by Javante
Kyles, that was number 12, was also in there.
Loss of 2, the ball at the 21-yard line. Second
That
down.
was John Smith's first carry, the big 6'2", 188-pound senior running back. 2nd and 12. Sansone has time, delivers near side. It's caught, but down he goes. That was John Smith with the catch, but he stumbled. Ball was a little bit out in front of him. He had to lean over to make the catch. And then the grass tripped him up. Loss again on the play. Loss of 2. So it'll be 3rd and 14 now at the 23. Wingo in the slot to the left. Keep an eye on him. Jeremiah McClellan's going to come up and cover. How about that? 2 big-time recruits. Dumps it off into the flat. This is Grace. He's got his eyes on the down marker. He's tackled over on the far side. Sims in on the stop. And they'll go for it, I'm sure. 4th and short with under 5 minutes to go, down by 21 points. What do you have to lose here? You got to go for it. 4th and 2. Ball spotted at the 11. Wingo was open on the skinny post. If Sansone had seen that, he would have had 6. CBC jumps and a offsides. First down and goal for St. Louis U High. Sansone has induced 2 offside penalties in this game, both one on a 3rd down and this one on 4th down. So 1st and goal on the 6. Trips to the left for Sansone. Takes the shotgun snap, looking. Now he's going to take it himself. He cuts inside the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Junior Billikens. Marco Sansone takes it himself, a 6-yard touchdown run. And for Sansone, that's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season.
The extra point for the Bills, number 23,
Christian Ziegler on to attempt the extra point for the Junior Bills. They finally, on their 3rd drive into CBC territory, they finally put a touchdown on the board. Snap back ball down, the kick is up and good. CBC leads 21-7, 4:12 to go, first half. And they'll get the ball here with plenty of time to try to answer. The Cadets have yet to punt in this game. They do have a turnover on downs deep in Junior Bills territory. Here's the touchdown run by Sansone as he scrambles. Look at that cut right there at the 5. That got him in, and then he ran over a defender. Nice run by the senior quarterback. So the Junior Bills will kick off. Back deep for CBC. Can't see the number there.
Kicking off for the Bills, number 35, Jack McGahee.
Jack McGahee will kick off, the senior kicker. Trying to catch the number here for the Cadets. McClellan is short on the far side. Sims also short on the near side. That's a pooch kick, and Sims is going to go back to make the catch at the 5. Sims looking for his blockers, now cuts it back near side. He'll cut it upfield across the 20 to the 22. In on the stop, number 8, Nathan Gunn for St. Louis U High. Number 81, Amari Hendricks was the receiver deep. The big 6'2 junior.
16-yard kickoff return.
So Sims returns at 16 yards, and the Cadets have it 1st and 10 at the 21. The score is lopsided, but I don't think the yardage would tell you it is that lopsided. The Junior Bills have driven 3 times into CBC territory and have thrown 2 interceptions inside the 5. Shotgun snap for McKee, back into the game. Fires far side, it's caught. Cutting it upfield across the 25, near the 30, and run out of bounds over there. Jaquise Williams.
Cole McKee, the ball. Tackled by number 2, Cody Cade.
Cody Cade made the stop. Penalty flag at the end. I wonder if it's going to be a late hit. No, a face mask called on Cade, and that will tack on 15 yards. So Cade ran Jaquise Williams out of bounds, and with the help of a grip on Williams' face mask. So 1st and 10 at the 42 for CBC. Just under 4 minutes to go until halftime. Pingle split far right. McClellan on his left hip. Handoff up the middle, rumbling up the middle for another big gain. Inside the 40 to the 35. It's Alex Morris, who's had some big gains here today, despite just a few touches.
Bills tackled by number 1, Ryan Wingo.
Ryan Wingo with the tackle for St. Louis U High. Tight end tight on the right side for the Cadets. 2 receivers. McKee fakes and now fires down the field. It's caught by Sims inside the 20. The Junior Bills wanted to jump the throw to McClellan in the flat, and that allowed Sims to get open down the sideline, and it's another 1st down for the Cadets. What a well-designed play and a very smart play by the quarterback, Cole McKee. Fires to McClellan this time, and he's run out of bounds after a couple of yards. Cole McKee got the St. Louis U High defense jumping on the quick throw to the flat, pumped it, and then found Sims for a big gainer. Second down and 7 at the 13-yard line.
Second down and 7.
McKee fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. No, that's McClellan in the backfield. He's racing to the pylon. He is out of bounds before getting to the end zone. They're going to mark him down close to the 2.
Number 3, Jeremiah McClellan with the carry.
McClellan came in, faked the handoff, kept him himself. Wingo tackled McClellan. It'll be 1st and goal at the 2. McClellan stays in the game. He already has 2 touchdowns today. Wingo was down, and now he's going to have to come off the field. 1st and goal at the 2 for CBC. Looking to go up 28-7. McClellan keeps it. Picks his way over to the left side, and he's brought down short of the goal line. Gain of 1. Stout defense there by the Junior Bills. Kyle Wright, the linebacker, came in to make the stop. 2nd and goal at the 1. McClellan keeps it himself, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. With 2:44 to go until halftime, the Cadets drive down the field and score with relative ease. And another big run on that drive by Alex Morris. Pingle will hold. Kasich will attempt the extra point. Kasich, the senior kicker. He's got a big leg. CBC has to call a timeout. They didn't have enough players on the field for the extra point, so now they're going to have to call a timeout here. There's that CBC student section dressed in white, the whiteout here at the stadium. They came in full force. to watch their cadets try to extend their winning streak over St. Louis U High to 22 games.
If you are using the track to make your way to the concession stand, please travel around the north end of the field and form a line on the track behind the CBC bench. If you are using the track
so Kasich will now attempt the extra point as they get the right personnel on the field.
We thank everyone for their cooperation, staying safe, and keeping the turf clear of spectators at all times.
.244 to go until halftime. Kasich to attempt the extra point after the 1-yard touchdown run by McClellan, his third of the game. Kick is up, and it is good. CBC leads 28-7. So the Cadets, commanding lead here as we head to halftime. Still plenty of time for the Junior Bills to put a drive together and try to cut this lead. CBC will get the ball to start the second half. The sun finally disappearing behind the Science Center across the way. What a beautiful night for football. In the 70s. Slight wind blowing from west to east. Just a beautiful night and a packed house here at St. Louis University High. I mean packed. Seats are packed, standing room only on both end zones and the track. Sellout crowd. Kasich drives one deep, and that will be returned. The ball is dead at the 5, and now tackled at the 5. Wow, number 9. I think that was number 9. Nathan Gunn thought that would just bounce right into the end zone, and it didn't. The ball was dead. It hit the turf and just died at the 5-yard line. So the Junior Bills are going to have to go 95 yards in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Personal foul at the end of that run, so they're going to mark 15 yards off. So St. Louis U High will get it on the 20.
From the end of the play, the Bills have first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So first and 10 at the 20 for St. Louis U High. They've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds to drive it down the field here and try to put points on the board before halftime. The Cadets get the ball to start the second half. Sansone out of the gun. He's got a tailback split to his right. Wingo in the slot left. He's looking for Wingo. He's looking for Wingo. Now he fires down the middle. It's caught by the tight end. He's got big yardage into CBC territory all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Number 88, Landon Pace.
Landon Pace.
A gain of 41 yards.
What a half Landon Pace has had for the Junior Bills.
At the CBC 39-yard line.
41-yard reception. If you're going to pay a lot of attention to Ryan Wingo, someone's going to be open. Sansone found him, the tight end. 6'3", 230. Sansone fires deep down the middle of the field. That's going to be a touchdown. 2 plays, 80 yards. Touchdown.
Number 15,
Joseph Harris beat number 11, Austin Tillman, on the skinny post. And the Junior Bills say, not so fast. 2 plays, 80 yards. Christian Ziegler will attempt the point after.
Number 23, Christian Ziegler.
Sansone on the money with 2 passes. The extra point is up, and it is good. It's 28-14 with 2:14 to go until halftime. And if we know anything about this CBC offense, that's plenty of time. Look at this throw by Sansone. One, he had plenty of time. And then Harris separates right there at the 15. He's wide open on the post. And the Junior Bills are not going to go away quietly here tonight. Can they get a stop here at the end of the first half? This could be a swing possession for St. Louis University High. If they can get a hold here with 2:14 left, the last thing you want, you give up points here at the end of the half. Then you got to kick it off to CBC to start the third quarter. So this is a big, big defensive stand here for St. Louis U High. These two teams put up a lot of points last year. 63-35 was the final score. CBC won at CBC. McGahee to kick. He's going to pooch it near side, and that's going to go out of bounds. That's a penalty. So that takes no time off the clock. That takes no time off the clock, and the Cadets will have it at the 35. See what Coach Scott Pingle dials up here for CBC.
Penalty on the play for the kickoff going out of bounds. CBC will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Cole McKee back into the game for the Cadets. Trips to the left. Now in motion, Rivers. He's going to fire it over there on the wide receiver bubble screen. He gets across the 35 to the 39, and they're going to run to the line of scrimmage. 2-minute offense here for the Cadets.
Number 22, Courtney Rivers. Tackled by Keenan Harris.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap. McKee fires. It's batted high into the air and almost intercepted. Good defensive play there by the Junior Bills.
Incomplete. Penalty marker on the play.
We have a penalty against CBC. Illegal man downfield. Penalty is declined. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Receiver downfield against CBC.
That clock says 3rd and 7. That is not correct. 3rd and 6 at the 39.
3rd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Even the PA announcer said 3rd and 6. At the 39, McKee hands it off. He's hitting the backfield. That's a huge stand for St. Louis U High. Rivers got nothing.
Number 22, Courtney Rivers with the carry.
4th and 6. What do the Cadets want to do here? Timeout called by St. Louis U High. They want to preserve some time with 1:33 to go. I said before this series, this is a huge defensive series for St. Louis U High because they get a stop here and then they kick to CBC to start the third quarter. If you allow points at the end of the half and then have to kick it to the Cadets to start the third, that could be a recipe for disaster. But as of right now, they've held them to 4th and 6 at the 40. And will the Cadets go for it here, or will they punt? Be quite a risk to punt it from your own, or to as you can see over here on the crowd, I was mentioning earlier the standing room only crowd along the end zones on the track on both sides of the field, and there's a good look at it right there. I mean, it's 5-6 people deep. Huge sellout crowd at St. Louis University High. So McClellan's going to line up in punt formation. The Cadets are going to punt.
After the Bills' timeout.
He's averaging about 40 yards a punt this year. Wingo is cheating in just in case McClellan wants to take off with it. He doesn't. He punts, and it's a beauty. Inside the 30, the Cadets will let it roll to about the 21. Down there by number 14, Arthur Porter. So now the Junior Bills got the stop they wanted and have a minute 32 to try and cash in. They score on this drive, and this game becomes much more interesting. 28-14, a minute 32 to go. The last two drives have been touchdowns for St. Louis U High. They had two drives before that into CBC territory and threw interceptions. So they've been moving the ball on this CBC defense. Low snap. Sansone fires deep on the post to Harris. It's off his hands and almost intercepted. Double coverage on the play on Joseph Harris. Dorian Dubose and number 8, Zaki Smith in coverage. They had him blanketed here. The safety came back and the ball bounced up, and Dubose almost had a pick off the carom. 2nd and 10 at the 21. I said before, you know, the score on the scoreboard really doesn't indicate how close this game actually is. Yardage-wise, I'll bet you it's pretty similar. Sansone is sacked. Jeremiah McClellan on the backside on the blitz. And a timeout called. Look at McClellan coming in on the backside for that sack for CBC. This time CBC takes the timeout. Each team has one timeout left. It's going to be 3rd and about 20. The ball is back at the 11-yard line. They have to get to the 31.5. So what will the Junior Bills do here? You guarantee they don't get a first. CBC will use their last timeout because they'll get pretty good field position. $1:15 to go. A very entertaining first half for both teams. Cadets have only been forced to punt once. St. Louis U High has punted 2 times. They've also thrown 2 interceptions in CBC territory. That's the difference in the game right there. Those 2 drives, and we might not, and those interceptions, and we might not be looking at a 2-touchdown game. Back at the 11-yard line, 3rd and 20. Sansone, shotgun snap, steps up, looks, he fires, near side, overthrows his man. So the Cadets don't have to use a timeout. 1:09 to go. He was looking for gun. And so the Junior Bills will have to punt deep in their own territory. Ryan Wingo comes out and back deep. Looks like number 19, Jaden Reed for CBC. And he'll stand in St. Louis U High territory. Wingo's punt. It's a good one. End over end. Reed collects it at the 47. Far side and gets inside the 40 to the 39. Hit first by number 14, Zach Allen.
35-yard punt on the play by Ryan Wingo.
So the Cadets are within striking distance with a minute to go and a timeout. They're on the 39-yard line. Nope, at the 40 is where they will spot it. That's where they say his knee went down. So 1st and 10 at the 40. A minute to go until halftime. If the Cadets can punch it in here, they get the ball to start the third. 2 wide receivers split wide right. Rivers in the backfield. Far side to the tight end. That's a first down catch inside the 30. Bumped out of bounds at the 25. Jackson Cole, the junior, with the catch and run. And he got out of bounds, which stopped the clock. At the 25-yard line, Harris the stop. 54 seconds until halftime. Cole McKee out of the gun. Rivers on his right hip, trips to the right. Shotgun snap. He rolls, fires, it's caught. And breaking a tackle is Sims. He gets inside the 15. The Cadets will not use a timeout here. So it's first down for CBC. Pick up a 12. McKee out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, sets up, looking, now fires in the flat. It's caught inside the 10, 5, Sims dives, touchdown, Cadets! Corey Sims, the junior, takes it to the house, and the Cadets lead 34-14. Kasich will attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Jude Pingle. Snap back ball down. Kick is up, and it is good. CBC 35, St. Louis U High 14. Here's the look at the touchdown. Sims open in the flat, and then makes the over-pursuing defensive back miss, and he takes it all the way to the house. Jacoby Oliphant kind of over-pursued on that dump off, and Sims just took it inside towards the hash mark and then was streaking into the end zone. So 28.3 seconds to go, and that's big. The Billikens got the stop they needed on the previous drive and then went 3 and out and did not chew very much time off the clock. That allowed CBC to get the ball back in great field position with a minute to go, and they just marched in for 6. Wildly entertaining first half here at St. Louis University High. Kasich will kick off for CBC. Wingo is deep. Last thing you want to do is give up a kick return for a touchdown here. Let's see what Kasich does. He's going to pooch it near side and a fair catch. At the 26, that is Nathan Gunn. So 28.3 to go, first half. We'll see how the Junior Bills want to play this. I mean, you're down 3 scores. You might as well, with 1 timeout on the clock. You've had some success driving the ball down the field in this game. You might as well air it out, try to put some points on the board before halftime. Ziegler's got a pretty good leg. Sansone's going to throw it. He's got a man wide open, and it's overthrown. Wow, he sat down in the zone. Had he just kept running down the sideline, he would have been wide open. It was intended for Zach Allen.
Second down 10 from the 20.
But his route was to beat the defensive back and then curl in front of the safety. But I didn't see a safety. It looked like the safety was late, and he would have been wide open down the sideline had he kept running. 2nd and 10. Sansone looking left, fires over the middle, caught by Wingo. Wingo trying to get out of bounds. He does at the 31. Ryan Wingo has been relatively quiet in this game. All that means is he could go off at any minute.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line, a gain of 5 yards.
Joseph Harris has had a big half for the Junior Bills. Wingo last year versus CBC had 6 catches for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's caught in the flat. Harris, he's got to try to get out of bounds. Heads to the far side, but an open field tackle over there.
Ryan Wingo's correction, Marco Samson's pass complete to number 15, Joseph Harris.
Keeping him in bounds, that was Cothrane. So 8.2 to go and a final timeout. It's 4th and 1. So Wingo, 6 catches, 119, 2 touchdowns against the Cadets last year. And his sophomore year, he had 8 catches for 187 and 2 touchdowns. So just because you've kept him quiet for a half doesn't mean he's not poised to go off in the second half. The only 5-star talent in the St. Louis area as a senior. Ryan Wingo still has not made a decision on where he wants to go to college. Jeremiah McClellan for CBC, the 4-star wide receiver, has verbally committed to Ohio State, and Corey Sims will certainly go Power 5. Tall and fast, good hands, Corey Sims. We've got some serious talent on the field on both sides here tonight. Wingo punts it, and that's going to drop inside the 25, roll inside the 20, and that's going to end the first half. The CBC Cadets behind 3 Jeremiah McClellan touchdowns, a Corey Sims touchdown, and a long run by Courtney Rivers of 62 yards. Leads St. Louis University High 35-14 here at halftime. You're watching CBC football here on the Cadet Student Network. My name's Randy Molman. It's halftime. We'll be back shortly with the second half. We're getting ready to start the third quarter. The CBC Cadets leading St. Louis University High 35-14. 3 touchdowns from Jeremiah McClellan, the Ohio State verbal commit. A touchdown for Corey Sims receiving from about 20 yards out. A long 62-yard touchdown run for Courtney Rivers.
Has the option, the Cadets have elected to receive.
And number 10, Alex Morris, hasn't scored, but he's had 2 long runs that set up scores. He's had a big first half. That kickoff bounces, and it's caught at the 22 by Sims. Sims sees some room down the sideline, cuts it at midfield, and is finally tackled at the St. Louis U High 46. He was tackled by the kicker, number 23, Christian Ziegler. Had he got past Ziegler, he may have taken it to the end zone. It was a pooch kick near side. It bounced at the 25 and went straight up in the air. Sims raced up to field it on a hop and took off up the field. They say he stepped out at the 49-yard line of St. Louis U High, and that's where the Cadets will start. Jason Wiley will start the second half at quarterback for the Cadets. The 6'1 junior, he'll hand it off. This is A.J. Johnson with another tough run up the middle for about 4, maybe 5. Let's see where they spot it. He got 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. I figured at halftime we might have some people dissipate and it might thin out a little. It has not. Standing room only crowd here at SLUH High. 2nd and 6 at the 45. Wiley out of the gun. He's got Rivers split to his left. And he'll hand it to Rivers. Following a block, cuts it upfield. Inside the 35-30. 25-yard line for Courtney Rivers.
Number 22, Courtney Rivers, the ball carrier. Tackle by number 3, Matthew Moore.
Moore with the stop for St. Louis U High, but 2 plays, and the Cadets are down inside the 25. Leading 35-14.
1 yard, 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Wiley keeps it himself, takes it right side, inside the 10, run out of bounds. He faked the handoff to Rivers, kept it himself. What a great fake. Had the whole defense flowing right. He took it back left and goes all the way down inside the 10. Gain of 15 for Wiley. 1st and goal for CBC. And the Cadets jump.
Penalty markers down. Illegal procedure against the Cadets.
The tight end on the left side jumped the snap count.
5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 14-yard line.
That's number 87, Jackson Cole. A.J. Johnson checks into the game. Johnson and Rivers both in the backfield. Now they split out. Empty backfield. No, sorry, pistol formation. And they'll give it to Johnson. Looking left side, inside the 10. And he stiff arms a man on his way to the end zone. Touchdown! No, they put it down at the 1. Oh my. A.J. Johnson with a stiff arm right about the 3-yard line, and then a couple of tacklers came in to make the stop. I thought he had gotten in. So 2nd and goal, just inside the 1-yard line. Wiley to Johnson, and he powers in for the touchdown. The Cadets didn't put the ball in the air that entire drive. 49 yards, all runs, and the Cadets are an extra point away from making this a 42-14 game. Kasich on to attempt, out of the hold of Pingle. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, it is good. CBC leads 42-14 with 10:08 to play. Didn't even take 2 minutes off the clock. Started out with a big return by Corey Sims. About 25, 26-yard kickoff return on the pooch kick. And the Cadets were set up at the 49-yard line of SLUH High. And so they just ground and pound to the end zone. A.J. Johnson for a 1-yard touchdown run, his first of the night. For Johnson, his second of the season. So Kasich will kick off. I'll tell you what, right behind our broadcast booth, there's a charcoal grill, huge grill, cooking up burgers and dogs, and man, is that not the best smell in the world? The smell of cooking meat on a grill.
Kicking off for CBC, number 91, Simon Kasich. Back deep for the
We're in the Tim Kylo broadcast booth here at St. Louis U High. I know Tim is watching. We'll see you next week at home, Tim. Kasich will kick. And it's a little pooch kick near side. Nathan Gunn with the fair catch at the 25, right around the 25-yard line. The Cadets are not kicking it deep to Ryan Wingo. Nor should they. Nor should anyone.
A fair catch on the kickoff by Nathan Gunn.
He actually caught it at the 29, stepped out of bounds. So that's where the Junior Bills will start, and they've got a lot of work to do. The difference in this game, folks, is it's not that the Junior Bills haven't been able to move the ball. They have. Their offense has moved the ball in this game. They've thrown 2 interceptions. CBC has picked off 2 passes inside their own 10-yard line. And that's the difference in this game. That's why you see the lopsided score. The yardage, although CBC surely has more total yards, it's way closer than the scoreboard would indicate. There's a 2-yard run by Kalon Grace. Number 51, Jordan Watson with the tackle. 2nd and 8 at the 31.
Second down, 8.
SLUH High going right to left. Sansone out of the gun, 2 tailbacks with him. Drops back, sets up, looks. Now he's got to scramble right side. He's going to throw deep on the run. It's caught! And a penalty flag is thrown during the catch. Joseph Harris inside the CBC 30. That young man is having an absolute night. He's caught several deep balls, 1 for a touchdown. And the flag, let's see if it's defensive pass interference on top of it. Well, it won't be on top. They'll take the catch. So the penalty declined, and the Junior Bills will have it first down and 10 inside the 30. Sansone threw a strike down the seam, far side to Harris. What a night that kid's having. He's got to have over 100 yards, and he's got a touchdown. The 6-foot senior. He and tight end Landon Pace both having big nights. Fire down the middle, it's short. He was looking for Wingo, who was open in the middle of the field, and he short hopped him. Wingo, oh my, Wingo's down.
Marco Sansone's pass intended for number 1, Ryan Wingo.
Ryan Wingo was racing down the middle of the field, and when he came back to make the catch, he planted his right foot and his left foot slid out.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have your attention?
And now he is limping badly off the field.
to refrain from flying drones over the playing field or anywhere in the stadium.
Wingo is in obvious pain, and he is coming off the field.
Anywhere in the stadium. We appreciate
that is a shame. And I don't know whether it's an ankle, a knee, or if he stretched that groin out when he was trying to come back to the football. Again, what happened was, if you missed the play, Sansone threw it down the middle of the field. It was short. Wingo tried to plant his right foot to stop himself and come back to make the catch. And when he did, his right foot kind of slid and his left foot slid out. His left leg slid out. And he kind of did the splits. Sansone fires, and it's intercepted! Dorian Dubose, and he's got a host of blockers. He's tackled at the 40. He stepped in front of the receiver and picked it off. What a play by Dorian Dubose.
Marco Sansone's pass is intercepted.
On a post up the left seam. He stepped in front of the wideout and ripped the ball away for an interception.
Tackled by number 78, Adrian Williams. CBC starts first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he returns it to the 40. That's the third interception thrown in CBC territory here tonight. That's the difference in this game. Shotgun snap, Wiley. Empty backfield, keeps it himself. He avoids the pressure and he picks up about 4. Good pressure by the SLUH High defensive line there. Wiley had no time to set up and find a receiver, so he just took off running. He actually picked up 5. They mark it at the 45. First and 10. Cadets going left to right. In this half, the Cadets have yet to throw the ball. Now they do. They fire it far side. Wide receiver bubble screen to Sims, who gets the first down across midfield. 6-yard pickup to the St. Louis U High 49.
Jason Wiley's pass complete to number 7, Corey Sims. Knocked out of bounds by Kendall McNutt.
We talk about Jeremiah McClellan and his verbal commitment to Ohio State. But Corey Sims, the 6'3 junior, very, very talented. Don't sleep on him. He'll be playing on Saturdays. Wiley faked, kept it himself. Ran up the middle for about 5.
Number 9, Jason Wiley with the carry. Bill's tackled by Kendall McNutt and Vince Chapuis.
Second and 5 at the 44-yard line. A.J. Johnson in the game offset, right side, hands it off. This is Morris up the middle. Morris has had a big night. He's only had a few carries, a handful of carries, and he's made a huge impact. He gets 4 there. It's 3rd and 1.
Number 10, Alex Morris with the carry. Tackled by Jacoby Olaf.
Now Johnson and Morris both in the backfield flanking Wiley on 3rd and 1. Handoff Johnson. He powers up the middle. He's hit initially by Gunn, but he falls forward. He's close to a first down. The Junior Bills defensive line is really putting pressure on the CBC backfield on this drive. They haven't been able to set up the throw. It's now 4th and inches. They're going to go for it here. Wiley to Rivers, and he's got a first down to the 35. A pickup of, well, they'll mark it at the 34, a pickup of 5. The Cadets just methodically running the ball down the field. Now Wiley's going to throw. He's got time. Now he tucks. He's going to run far side. He's tackled on the run. May have lost a yard. He had time there. Nobody was open. And he stopped over there, right on the left hash, and he lost a yard.
Jason Wiley with the carry.
2nd and 11. Wiley.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down, 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36. Wiley sets up, dumps it off. Near side, A.J. Johnson out of the backfield. He makes a man miss and then drives inside the 30. Man, A.J. Johnson is a load. 5'9", 200, that's what he's listed at. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another 10 pounds of muscle on that body. A.J. Johnson and Courtney Rivers and Alex Morris are the three-headed monster that took over for, there's Rivers up the middle, for Dixon, Van, and Love. Penalty flag on the field after that run up the middle. Rivers was the ball carrier. Let's see what the flag is for. That might be a flag on the Billikens. Let's see. Personal foul called against St. Louis U High. I'm not sure for what.
Personal foul penalty against the Bills.
So that'll mark off an extra 15 on top of the run, and we'll give the Cadets a first down. They walk it all the way down, just outside the 10-yard line.
3 yards on the play, and then half the distance of the goal penalty against the Bills for personal foul. Gives the Cadets first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
First down and 10 at the 12 for CBC. Two tailbacks with Wiley in the backfield. Hands it off, near side, cutting it upfield, inside the 5. Oh, no, didn't get inside the 5. He got inside the 10. That was Morris. He got down to about the 6. Number 61, Archie Carruthers with the tackle. CBC just running the ball, chewing clock. Up 42-14, third quarter. Wiley keeps it himself. Up the middle, he is down. They haven't said yet. And there's a penalty flag. That's why we're delaying here. Let's see what the flag is for. Can't see the official from my vantage point. Here's the run by Wiley. Looked like he got in the end zone, but a penalty flag is on the field, so we'll see. Little RPO there for Wiley. Still have yet to see the official signal. Let's see what we got here. Here he is. Personal foul on CBC and on St. Louis U High. The penalty's offset, and it's a touchdown. So the Cadets, the flags came in after the play. So Wiley, a 6-yard touchdown run for the Cadets. Off the RPO. Snap back, ball down. Kick is up. It is good, and CBC leads 49-14 with 4:36 to go in the third. I know this is a blowout score, ladies and gentlemen, but I feel like the Junior Bills who threw 3 interceptions deep in CBC territory. You take those 3 interceptions away, and this might be a different ball game. But the Cadets D stepping up here in this game. They've allowed some big plays in the passing game, but they have stepped up and made plays on defense when needed. So we can talk about the interceptions if they're poor throws or whatever, but the Cadet defense has stepped up. 49-14, 4:36 to go, third quarter. The Cadets will kick it here. I'm looking down on the field to see if I see Ryan Wingo. He left the field earlier with an injury. The 5-star recruit for St. Louis U High. He's been kind of held in check today by the Cadets. Hasn't done much. They've double covered him a lot. They've brought a safety over whenever he's run a deep route. And they've been bumping him at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if he's back deep. He is not. Wingo is not in this game. Back deep is Oliphant, the 6'5" safety.
Back deep for the Bills, number 7, Jacoby Oliphant.
And I'm trying to look down onto the bench and see if I see Wingo. Now I see him. He was on the trainer's table. He's off the trainer's table now, and he is walking gingerly behind the bench. He is walking with a slight limp. That kick is deep. Oliphant will catch it at the 2. Across the 10, comes near side. Cadets are there. And he's run out of bounds close to the 25-yard line.
Number 7, Jacoby Oliphant on the return.
Run out of bounds there by Javante Kyles. And Wingo is sitting on the bench by himself near side. That is the last thing you want to see for any player. An injury of any player.
The Bills start 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
But one of the best players in the state, if not the best player in the state, suffering an injury. That is tough. 1st and 10 at the 29 for the Junior Bills. Sansone, quick step, and he fires near side. It's caught. Number 14 reels it in. Zach Allen.
Marco Sansone's pass complete to number 14, Zach Allen.
Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Knocked out of bounds by Dorian Dubose.
Dubose with the tackle for the Cadets.
Gain of 3, the ball at the 32-yard line.
We'll see if CBC adjusts their defense now on Joseph Harris. That young man has had a huge game for the Junior Bills. 2nd and 7, Sansone takes the pass, or the snap, fires again near side. Dubose comes up to make the tackle, caught again by Zach Allen, same play, just a quick out. And it'll be 3rd and about 2. With 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd.
6 yards on the last pass reception.
Trainer is over now, talking to Wingo. Looks like he's got a big roll of tape. So I don't know if they're going to tape up the ankle or the knee. I'm not 100% sure on that. Cadets jumped off sides again. That's the 3rd time in this game Sansone has induced an offsides with the quick clap, the quick count. And he does like a double clap real quick. And that has now induced 3 offsides penalties, twice on 3rd down and once on 4th down. He's done it here today. He's gotten the Cadets to jump. 1st and 10 now after the penalty. Ball spotted at the 43. Sansone fires over the middle. It's caught! Nathan Gunn.
Marco Sansone's pass complete to number 9, Nathan Gunn.
Ran across over the middle, and he was open in front of the safeties. Made the catch. 1st down and 10 at the CBC 42.
A gain of 15 yards. 1st and 10 for the Bills at the 42-yard line.
4 wide in the game. Sansone fires down the middle, and he ran into the defender. Pace was running a post, a deep post down the middle of the field, and he just ran into number 16, Nicholas McClellan.
2nd down, 10.
He was calling for a penalty. He didn't get it. 2nd and 10 at the 42. And now Pace is trying to stretch out his rib cage on the left side. He's standing over there kind of trying to stretch it out, lifting his arm up above his head. Sansone takes the low snap, looks right, fires left, bubble screen. Inside the 40, down to the 35, wrapped up there by Santino Hendricks. That's a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 3. Zach Allen with another catch. He's got 3 on this drive. All similar routes, either short curls or a bubble screen. 3rd and 3. Sansone, low snap, pumps, now fires down the sideline, and he overthrew Gunn. He was covered. Santino Hendricks was coming over. He was getting ready to unload the wood, but he held up as the ball was thrown high. 4th and 3 now on the 34-yard line, and the Junior Bills will go for it here, down 49-14. They better snap it before the end of the quarter. 5 seconds till the quarter ends. And they do not snap it. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. We've played 3 here on Oakland Avenue. 49-14. CBC leads in line for their 22nd straight victory over St. Louis U High. And we head to the 4th quarter. The headline here is turnovers, interceptions thrown by St. Louis U High. They've thrown 3, all in CBC territory, 2 inside the CBC 10-yard line. You take those interceptions away, and this is a much closer football game. I feel it would be a much closer football game. The Billikens have moved the ball into CBC territory 7 times, and they've been stopped 3. They turned it over on downs once, I believe. When they were stopped 3 times, those were interceptions, and then they've scored a couple of touchdowns. But give credit to that CBC defense, coming up with big plays at the right time. 4th down and 3 as we start the 4th quarter. They change sides now. The Junior Bills going left to right. Fires over the middle, caught by Pace, and he's got the 1st down. Just a quick tight end slant right over the middle. Pace just came right off the line of scrimmage, caught the slant. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 4th quarter action. If we're going to have a sub-headline, that headline is Ryan Wingo got hurt in the 3rd quarter. Very awkward trying to catch a pass. Over the middle, too high, and almost intercepted by McClellan. It was intended for Gunn. But on that play for Wingo, he was he put his foot in the ground to try to come back and catch a ball that was thrown short. And his foot, as it got put into the turf, may have slid, and his left foot, as he tried to change direction, went out from under him. And he came down very awkward. Up the middle, that's Grace, and he's got a good gain. He picked up 9. It'll be 3rd and 1. Wingo is now getting in the golf cart. They're going to take him back to the locker room, I think.
3rd down, 2.
Sansone hands it off to Grace. He's going to go right side, cuts it up the middle. He tried to change direction. He got a half a yard. It'll be 4th and short. Number 29, J.P. Metzler. Outside linebacker came in to get the stop. So 4th and 1.
Gain of 1, the ball to the 21-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 21. Fired near side, it's caught. That should be enough for the 1st down. They may have to measure. They're not going to measure. They're giving it to him. 1st down, St. Louis U High. Another catch by Allen. They have the ball at the CBC 20-yard line.
1st and 10 yard line.
Sansone takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. He fires out of the backfield. It's Grace. He makes the catch, comes near side. He's run out of bounds. Good play by Sansone. He was facing the blitz on that. Ball spotted at the 11. 2nd and 1. Sansone trying to punch it in here for St. Louis U High. They trail 49-14. Sansone steps up, looks, fires left side. A little dump off again to Grace. He'll have the first down. He's tackled inside the 10.
Tackled by number 31, Nick Musig.
Nick Musig with the stop. So 1st and goal
The ball at the 8-yard line.
at the 9. Grace gets the handoff, and he picks up maybe a couple. Right in the middle of that CBC defense.
Number 21, Kalon Grace with the carry. Tackled by number 17, Anthony Moore.
Moore with the tackle for the Cadets. 2nd and goal at the 7.
Gain of 1 yard, the ball at the 7-yard
John
line.
Smith, the big 6'2 tailback, checks in for the Bills. Sansone out of the gun. Looks right. Now he's going to take off. He's running right side. Turns upfield. He throws. And it's dropped. Pace had it in the back of the end zone. He was open, and he dropped it.
Sansone's pass intended for Landon Pace. Incomplete.
And it'll be 3rd and goal at the 7. Sansone scrambled out of the pocket to buy himself some time, and he had Pace in the back of the end zone,
From the 7-yard line.
and Pace dropped it. 3rd and goal at the 7. Sansone sprints over to get the play from his offensive coordinator. Tailback to his right. Sansone looking. Here comes the pressure, and Sansone goes down. Number 24 wrapped him up, Nathan Carboni.
Sack while attempting the pass.
He gets the sack, and it'll be 4th and goal. Back at the 11.
Loss of 5 yards, the ball at the 12-yard line.
Obviously, the Junior Bills will go for it here. Fourth and goal. Scoreboard says the 12. Into the end zone. Overthrown, incomplete. And the Cadets hold.
Marco Sansone's pass intended
He sort of lofted a rainbow throw for his receiver who could not sprint under it. And so CBC holds and takes over with 5:41 to go. 49-14 Cadets.
The Bills will be in action next Friday evening. They'll play Vashon. That game will be played at Gateway Stadium. And kickoff for that game is at 7 o'clock.
You see the beautiful
It'll be the first of a 3-game road trip.
planetarium over across Highway, depends on what you say, Highway 64 or Highway 40. I say 40 because I am old and I've grown up here. But as you can see, the dome of that planetarium will change colors. It's pink now, started purple.
MCC rival Sherman will be the opponent, and kickoff will be at 6 o'clock.
And now it's changed to red as we get off the camera there. But we are right across the way from the Science Center as well. Just a beautiful setting at St. Louis U High, right here off Oakland Avenue in the city. Beautiful campus. You turn towards the east and you can see downtown. Handoff up the middle for a couple. For the Cadets. Number 42, the ball carrier. Jalen Marshall, the 6-foot sophomore, got his first carry of the night. As the Cadets are just going to be intent to run this clock out, leading 49-14 on their way to their 22nd straight victory over St. Louis U High. The Cadets have not lost 2 football games in a row since 2008. What? There's a handoff, and he breaks it off far side. Across the 30. Tackled around the 31.
Number 10, Alex Morris.
Alex Morris, the ball carrier.
Number 99, Ben Chapuis.
Nicholas McClellan, number 16, is in the ball game, playing quarterback now for CBC.
Gain of 18 yards.
Number 19, Jaden Reed, has checked in at wide receiver.
31 yards.
Wiley, nope, McClellan keeps it himself. Shimmies up the field, right down the middle of the field. What a move in traffic, and he'll get a first down. Big gain of 15 yards
Number 16,
for Nicholas McClellan.
Tackled by number 31, Caden Schroeder, and number 33, Dominic Sampson. Gain of 15, first and 10 at the
McClellan hands it off far side. Running down the sideline. He might have another first down and more. He stayed in bounds, and he runs all the way down to the 20-yard line. Oh, my goodness, Jalen Marshall. He was pinned along the sideline, kept his legs moving, broke tackles, and the next thing you knew, he was in the secondary and finally brought down at the 20. First and 10 Cadets. They have just pounded it on the ground here in this second half. On the delay, Marshall goes down there. He got tripped up in the backfield. I think he and McClellan's feet got tangled.
number 42, Jalen Marshall with a carry.
You got Alex Morris at 5'6".
Number 33, Dominic
He
Sampson.
darts through the line. You've got Courtney Rivers, 5'9", 180. He's a slasher. Then you've got the power back at 5'9", about 200, A.J. Johnson. Now Jalen Marshall getting carries, getting experience. He's 6 feet 175. It's also quite a load. Here's a little jet sweep, far side, out of bounds. That's Jude Pingle with his first catch of the night.
Number 26, Jude Pingle with the carry. Bills tackle number 45, Liam Harris.
2:12 to go. First down run by Jude Pingle after the little pitch right in front. A jet sweep is where that receiver comes in motion and the quarterback kind of flips it to him in front of himself. That technically is a completed pass, not a run. Now, you come across and you hand it to him. That's a run. That was not a run. That was a pitch to Pingle as he came in front of McClellan. 1:35 to go. The CBC Cadets will improve to 2-1 on the season, and McClellan will take a knee. The Cadets will improve to 2-1. They'll get Chaminade next week at CBC. 6 o'clock kickoff right here on the Cadet Student Network. I'll be on the call with Coach Chris Maris. Shout out to Coach, who has got a parents' weekend for
Loss of 1 yard on the last play. The ball at the 14.
for his son down in Baker, down in Arkansas. And so Coach will be back next week with me in the booth. I'm sure that'll be a relief to all of you who had to hear my voice for 3 hours. Got to get another voice in here, right? McClellan takes a knee, and that's going to do it. The Cadets improved to 2-1. They extend their winning streak over St. Louis U High to 22 games. And they will play Chaminade next Friday night at 6 o'clock at CBC. The Junior Bills lose their first game of the season. They drop to 2-1. And next week for SLUH High, they get Vashon. And they're playing that game at Gateway STEM. So St. Louis U High and Vashon next week. That'll be an interesting matchup. My name's Randy Molman. For Randy Gardner and all of our crew who brought you all of the pictures here tonight and gave us such great camera work, the CBC student crew who on the Cadet Student Network, they do such a great job. We thank them as well. The CBC Cadets win 49-14. Until next Friday. So long, everybody.